Okay, we'll get a little more serious with this passage. This is at a police station in Boston, and Astrid is meeting with a detective named Rodriguez. And what happened was the night before, the PR firm had a holiday party at a nightclub, and Astrid had an incident with her boss, whose name is Brad. So she's at the police station the next morning meeting with this detective Rodriguez. It took 10 minutes to get through the basic details of last night, possibly longer than the assault itself. You said he didn't force you into the coat room, Rodriguez said, so you went willingly. I winced at the picture his words painted. Not completely willingly, but he is a higher up at the company, and he said he wanted to discuss something work-related. And did he discuss something work-related? No. Rodriguez shook his head. Okay, so you say once you got to the coat room, he attacked you. It's not just what I say, Detective Rodriguez, I said, staring at the nameplate on his desk and willing my temper to stay even. It's what happened. He shrugged and stroked his thin mustache. You say potato, I say potato. Tell me again how we got you into a compromising position. He pulled me into the room and, wait, stop there for a second. You said this was a coat room. It's winter. No one else was around at any time. This one wasn't being used. It was empty. There's another coat check near the front of the club. Okay, continue. He pulled you into the room and then he pushed me back and pinned me against the counter. There wasn't much I could do. Detective Rodriguez studied me, his gaze taking all of me in at once. It wasn't like the leers I was used to, but it was uncomfortable just the same, as if he were sizing up my character and my physique at the same time. You're pretty tall and look athletic. You couldn't just run away? My heart beat faster at his accusatory words and the flashing back to the moment of Brad's attack. Believe me, I would have if I could, and I did eventually, as I told you, but I couldn't at first. He's more than 6 feet tall and very muscular. My face heated up as if I'd confessed my early attraction to Brad. Rodriguez was scanning his sheet of paper in the typewriter. Did you at any time tell him to stop or say no? I don't remember, but he had to know I didn't like it. I didn't kiss him back or anything. Drunk man in a dark club with a pretty woman? Being direct probably would have been a good idea. Anger welled in my scratchy throat. Are you going to keep questioning me about all the things you think I did wrong? Or are you going to help me? I hated the quiver in my voice, but then again, maybe it would elicit sympathy. Rodriguez turned toward me, leaned forward, and clasped his hands between his knees. Here's the thing, Miss Erickson. It's your word against his. You have no witnesses, no injuries except a questionable bruise on your arm. You'd been drinking. I know, he was too, but this is about your credibility. And alcohol weakens our judgment-making ability. It's a known fact. To press charges and win, you have to be able to prove the lack of consent. You don't have any proof. The room spun a little around me. So you're saying there's nothing I can do? He just gets away with this? Who knows what he would have done if I hadn't kneed him in his crotch? Rodriguez smiled with half his mouth and sat back in his chair. I think I know exactly what would have happened, so it's good you got away. Listen, I'm not unsympathetic, but my hands are tied without any evidence or witness. Spare yourself the pain and disappointment of pressing charges and move on with your life. Move on? Don't you see my life is different today than it was 2 days ago? A small sob escaped from my chest, startling me. I collected my coat and purse and stood up. I came for justice and got resistance, doubt, and suspicion. My chest ached as I held in more sobs. I turned and rushed out of the station, as sullied and out of control as I'd been in the coat room the night before.